Hello, welcome to Lion War. Today we are doing the last match of round 3 with Juseless versus KrazyFlyinChicken. Both players really wanted this location of the map. They blacklisted it twice. So Juseless decided to go here quite dominantly. I think he wanted the trade routes. He's gone for 3 navy yards right at the beginning. KFC, on the other hand, has started over here, which in my opinion is possibly one of the better options. Considering there's 2 islands, you may have the opportunity to eco up early, and I would personally be trying to go for this very short trade route right here. That would have been my first start. Or, if you did start on Juseless's island, I would have tried to get this location and commandos to transport across to here to get some early eco as well. And there's a lot of trade routes in this game, so if you can control the ocean, you're going to have a lot of eco in this game. We have another airfield here, and he's gone for some industry, so he's going to be trying to expand with only his infantry he started with, which is probably not a bad idea on an island-based map. However, KFC is going for a lot of infantry, but I think he's planning to get some transport boats out to go elsewhere. And I have just noticed, actually, you don't need this trade route. There's one little one right here. So if I was going to eco on this island, this is what I would be doing, right here with this trade route. So he's going to be trying to expand really fast. He's going to be trying to cross some islands. And he's already got his energy well building, whereas Juseless has left the energy for now because he doesn't quite need it. So I would probably agree with Juseless on this one. Get the energy a bit later when you start using it a bit more. But you need to make sure you can use it, otherwise this transport run won't actually be very efficient. But to start with, all he needs is to get a foothold on this island. So as long as KFC is not in this area, should be able to do that. Looks like he's going for strikers. And so is KFC. So, other than the barracks here, they're pretty similar builds. We have 2 navy yards, 1 airfield, 2 barracks, versus 3 navy yards and 1 airfield. But he's also gone for some eco, so that's where his extra cash went. It looks like Juseless is going to get straight onto that island there. I don't think KFC's in this area. We'll have a quick look. He's not, but he is trying to expand there. He will spot that pretty early. These boats are transporting across to this island, which will be a great first expansion for KFC. Get somewhere new. Juseless is probably going to make it onto that island. He's only got 1 boat taking units across. He's building missile ships otherwise with cruisers. So 2 missile ships for 1 cruiser. Looks like that's going to be his ratio. Here we're going to have more transports and a missile ship. I'm not sure if this is a cruiser or not from the front. It looks like it to me. But I'm going to assume that KFC is going to control a lot of his island really early on because of how many infantry he's going to have soon. I think his island's bigger, so probably quite a good idea to have those. And what is Juseless doing over here? Has he taken the territory yet? He has not yet. He's going straight for this energy well with the rest of his energy. I don't know if he plans to build in the water. He has already got an energy well up. I hadn't spotted that being built. There is another energy well over here that he could claim, which might be a lot easier to defend. So it looks like not too much is happening right now, so we'll have a look at the difference in eco, considering they have gone for a different strategy slightly. We've got 450 from Juseless, and KFC is running with 356. So KFC is definitely on the eco gains, I think. 350, well, 360 now, and Juseless was... Oh no, Juseless has got more eco. I'm remembering it badly. So Juseless has more eco pretty much because of the industry here. But KFC might be able to catch up quicker because he's got units probably on that island down here now. Yeah, he has. So he's got some units down here. He might, in the long run, be able to hold this area with a lot of trade routes. It'll help him later in the game. He has spotted that there are units in this area. I'm assuming they're in the mountains. That striker cannot spot them, but KFC has revealed that he has a striker to Juseless, so I don't know if Juseless is going to do anything about that. bringing down his anti-air ships there. So it looks like that's what his plan is going to be. But KFC does not know about Juseless's strikers yet, so... And this one's going to get hit by some missiles here. Is he going to retreat? He is. He spotted them pretty quickly and he's pulling them back. Go, sorry, hay fever's getting me. I'm going to be sneezing a lot, so I'm going to turn the mic off if I can catch it in time. So, I think Juseless is just trying to hold him back until he can get his units up and running. Start producing some units. Got a factory coming out straight away and a barracks on KFC's main island now. What is KFC's response going to be other than strikers? He's not too worried about it right now. He's still focusing on expanding. And he's going to curve this unit round to deal with it as it comes. At the same time, he does have some structures over here. Well, one, he's got a barracks. And that'll help him capture this territory. I don't know if Juseless is going to do anything about that, but it looks like KFC is trying to take the territory away from Juseless over here. May have had to have destroyed a transport boat to get there. Oh no, he hasn't. He's moved the transport boat away to capture more territory. But he is probably going to be chased by KFC soon. There we go, we've got more cruisers coming out, but he's not revealing his cruisers yet. He's just showing his missile ships. He's bringing some transports down here. I assume this is when these units come down, he's going to transport those across. But now, it looks like he's nearly captured everything that he can on his own island. Nearly. He's not quite there yet. But very close to it. Means he can then focus on what KFC is doing, not worry about his territory. KFC's not far off it either. He's got this island potentially to capture soon as well, or Juseless could do that. But KFC is going to have this island to himself soon. It is interesting that he's built his navy yards down here while Juseless is up here, because that presents this as a very nice little choke point to control. But also a very dangerous one, being so close to each other's airfields. So we'll probably see some high engagement around this area later in the game. KFC is going for some eco. He's going for a town there. And he's got an industry here, so I'm not sure what he's planning to do. He's probably going to try and get the docks up and running with a city and stuff like that. That's his probable late game thoughts. And he is advancing in this area. He's got interceptors. Just spotted these interceptors in the area. So yeah, he is going to use his interceptors as a scout to see what's over there. He's taken them away. He knew the missile ships were there, so he's tried to keep them away from that line. He has been able to spot this defense in the mountains here, so he can't really use that as stealth, which I think is what his plan was here. From Juseless' perspective, he can't really see what's going on too much. You can see a couple of units building up in the area. Hasn't managed to build much there yet, but he only has 2 production structures so far. But he's going to be able to transport his infantry across very soon. Got his strikers coming in to attack this area. He's got a lot of ships there, kind of exposed. There's a couple of missile ships there to defend against strikers, but the strikers are probably going to outpower them. It looks like KFC's plan is to try and destroy these structures from range. He's not going to retreat. Instead, he's going to defend this with interceptors and hope that he can hold off to destroy this factory at least. Which he quite possibly could do. Cruisers are very powerful, so when these interceptors come in, it will thin out these strikers, but strikers can shoot back at the interceptors. It's just not their main focus. They've taken out one. Another one's smoking. This could be an energy issue. Yeah, they're smoking, so Juseless has run out of energy. He can't run his navy as well as his air force at the same time, so he's going to have to manage both of this. And just because of that, he may have lost this structure because he had no energy. Looks like he's going to be bringing in his air force again if he can. If all three of these cruisers were firing right now, I'd say that KFC has the advantage, but he's trying to run away, so I think that's going to cause him a bit of extra damage. Now that these strikers are here, the cruisers don't have much defense against air units. That could cause issues in the long run when it comes to this fight. Got another cruiser coming in, but doesn't seem to have any anti-air by the ocean now, so these are going to be very exposed to strikers. At the same time, he is trying to build up his infantry coming up in this area now. All the units seem to have finished off their expansion, so he's bringing them back into this area. He's got this big group of units to take over these two areas, and then they'll start joining in over there. And that's what he's going to try and do this. He's going to overwhelm it all at once, probably. Switching into interceptors, though, is probably quite a good choice, considering he has run out of missile ships. So they are going to sort of protect his missions in the ocean. And he's got something else sneaky going on, but what has Juseless in that area? Got transport boats. They are doing the exact same thing almost. So unfortunately, KFC is going to get seen pretty early on in this. These transport boats are going to come up through here soon. But I don't think Juseless will be able to stop it with anything in the ocean. Have to respond via air units. Can't really do that because he's running out of energy all the time. But he is trying to work on that. He's got his energies up and running a bit more. He has spotted these transport boats. Or he has the ability to spot them. I don't think he's actually spotted them yet. Got another one building up there, another energy well. It looks like Juseless went to explore where he could be building his eco and thought he'd try and take that out. He has spotted it now. He's going to bring in his strikers to try and address this, but he really doesn't have as much energy he needs to deal with it. However, they are producing more now that he's got 3, so he should be fine to do this. And there's infantry in the forest. I don't think he could see it first. But this isn't going to be successful. However, it will distract Juseless a bit in the long run, and I think he's going to try and defend his main island, because I think Juseless is going to try and cross it very soon. So we will have a fight for that location. He has rebuilt his factory, plus an additional one. And KFC isn't too worried about his main island right now. He's building up commandos, actually. He's using these barracks he had at the beginning. The white jackets here are showing commandos being built, or recruited. And they are going to come to this area, so he's building a transport jet. Or he has built it by the looks of it. And he's going to get that transport jet to take him over this way and claim this island for himself. There we go, we've got the transport boats coming in. They're going to be instantly stealthed as they are unboarded onto the land. But KFC did spot that. And he is sending his units in. These two are going to stray off in the mountains and just stand there anyway. They're going to stay there for a bit. He's got submarines coming into the game. And it looks like he's got another navy yard. He's got another 2 navy yards. He's going to be building mostly missile ships by the looks of it. He's got this one still producing cruisers. Still trying to build up his eco, so... Oh, his navy's coming in this way. He's trying to catch him off guard and take him out in a different line. Trying to hit them at the side so they get hit one at a time. And if this command was blue, there you go. He switched it to a blue command. These guys are not going to attack anymore. Well, they will, but they're going to move more than attack. And this is a big navy from Juseless. Considering he was struggling with energy earlier, he's managed to fix it, and now he's got a force to reckon with. And he's trying to attack on land as well as sea to force KFC to manage a lot of stuff at the same time. Is he planning anything else over here? He is still trying to get this area done, but KFC is handling that quite well. These strikers over here are supporting against the ground attack rather than the ocean, because they'd probably get torn up by the missile ships quite easily. But unfortunately, I think he's going to have to resort to using them against this, otherwise he's going to lose a lot of eco in this area. These cruisers can shoot everything on the coast and even shoot as far in as this. They might even be able to get this energy well as well, so this is going to be a really bad location to lose. Juseless has his strikers coming in now to support the offense on the ground. And they are going to quite easily clear this up. There's commandos flying off over this way, I think. I don't know if he's going to get away. That striker might cause him issues. Let's click that. Yep. So I think he called off that run over here. But unfortunately, I think he's going to struggle to defend against this many artillery. He's only got the airfield is very exposed. He's got a lot of units going into that area. But he is losing ground, or water, in the ocean right now. And he's lost his eco advantage from this. He's lost, or he's losing these navy yards. And he's definitely losing ground on his main island. I wonder if anything's going on over here. It doesn't look like it. Oh, it does actually. KFC is trying to push through on Juseless's base to see how much damage he can do while Juseless is distracted. And he's still got his missile ships moving away from the battle. He doesn't want them to die as soon as they come out, so one managed to escape. He's bringing it back around over here to try and take these on and build up his numbers in one specific area to make him harder to destroy there. And bringing your units over the mountain here might not be a good idea, because they are going to be slowed down, meaning the artillery get longer to shoot at you. Which is unfortunate. He should probably go a little bit around that. And this missile ship's getting confused. As soon as he goes down, he's switching to this line and coming back up. So he's going to infinitely loop, I think. There we go. But I think he's going to handle this sea battle quite well. He's brought his units all together. He might lose this airfield very soon if he doesn't address these cruisers. He's going to move in now and try and take them out, but might be too little too late here. Might be worth just taking everything off just to try and shoot at anything he can. Just in case he does lose it in the end anyway. Got some strikers coming in against him now as well, so he's going to have to deal with some strikers. These interceptors might be very useful at this, but unfortunately that striker took it out before he had a chance to respond. And Juseless' side of things, he looks like he's taking control of everything. He's got another Navy fleet coming in soon, and they'll be able to handle this new force over there. Has he spotted what's going on over here? He has. Pick this off. There we go. So he has spotted some units over there. I don't think KFC has full control over it yet. It doesn't look like it's building anything, but there is a mountain there, so I wouldn't be able to see that as Juseless. However, he's not. He knows that Juseless has spotted him, though, with these units coming in now. And for now, KFC feels safe. He's got his units back in. He's saved 2 out of his navy yards. He's building 4 more. So he is determined to control this area. Does not want to lose his coastal stuff there. And he's trying to use this mountain as defense, which is not a bad idea. I'd probably pull him back a bit, especially if you're using artillery for defense. And that way, the units come over the mountain. They might be stealth, but if you have more numbers, you can see through it. And their units will move slower over the mountain. Got some sneaky commandos coming up through this area now. Let's have a look from Juseless' side of things. So he is trying to take back this area of the map, which these strikers are going to have issues with these SAM units. There aren't enough strikers. Might be able to take out that energy, which would be very good for KFC, stopping that Navy guard coming in. He's going to try and check down here just in case he's built more stuff over there. But he's now bringing in his Navy force again and going to see if he can take out KFC in one foul swoop here. So KFC is trying to hold up a good defense here against this line of army that's coming in. He's trying to take them out as they come in one at a time rather than... Some of them are in groups, but they're still straying in a bit. And unfortunately for KFC, a lot of his units were damaged already from the previous fight, and I don't think they have enough time to repair. They are going to fall a lot faster than they would normally. Now we've got 3 cruisers against 1, and there's a missile ship and another one, but it's just not going to be enough because Juseless does have more reinforcements coming in very soon. And they're still being produced. And I think he's taking back control over here. He didn't manage to... He did save this energy well. Juseless KFC didn't take it out. And I don't think KFC is going to be able to hold that area anymore. I want to see what KFC's been building. So he's got all these coming through here and they're going to build up here. And Juseless is going to try and take out some of these other production structures. And KFC is going to try and stop him. But he mostly has missile ships, which at this point probably need a lot more cruisers because his aircraft can't reach this area. And he is taking out a stray here, and he will be able to take this one out very easily. It's quite damaged already. And he is going to start moving his ground forces once again into the forest. I don't think he can see the defense. He can, so he's going around that. I was looking at KFC's lines. The Juseless is coming down and around. He's going to aim for this energy well first. This defensive line is leaving exposed. So we have 4 cruisers here versus 2 cruisers and 3 missile ships. But these are going to get reinforced soon, so those numbers might change anyway. What has Juseless done with this force over here? So he's sent them up there to try and stop any reinforcements coming up to his main island. He's not too worried about KFC bringing more units over there. He doesn't think he has the capability to do too much damage. But he's defending from it nonetheless. So these artillery are going to be great at dealing with this defense because a lot of this defense is infantry, especially in this location. He only has to worry about the one firing against him, so these are basically getting free shots on this defensive line. It will take them longer to get rid of because it's a defensive line, but other than that, it's just going to slow them down, and that's about it. And it looks like KFC's Navy is doing a good job at holding back this army. Got more units coming in now. He's got a fresh cruiser, but so does Juseless. He has got 2 fresh cruisers right now. And it looks like they are going to struggle in this area to make any progress. He's built an airstrip over here on his island now, so they've got extra range with those. The energy well has gone down to KFC, which means he's going to struggle a bit more with energy. But on the other hand, he is using a lot less energy anyway, so I suppose it doesn't matter too much. And those strikers are now coming further into the battlefield, and they will be able to do a lot more damage over here because it doesn't look like there is any anti-air whatsoever. So these guys have pretty much free reign over the top of KFC's main base. And KFC doesn't really have much on the ground to deal with this, so he is probably going to lose this island very soon. Unless he has something hidden away. He does not, but is he planning up over here? He's got an airfield there, so he is planning to try and make a comeback there. And at this point in the game, Juseless has been kicked out of this part of the ocean, but he probably has built up his army again somewhere. They're coming back in. They're going to stop at this location. So we have Juseless with 1,100 per minute, and KFC is going to probably be struggling now with 770 per minute. And there isn't much he can do about what's happening on the main island here at this point. Which is unfortunate, because eventually, even though he managed to defend against the ocean, he's going to really struggle at trying to keep these navy yards alive, because these ground units will be able to take him out. There we go, looks like Juseless is going to defend these structures just as KFC gets there to try and take them out. And the strikers are going to come in and try and take out these missile ships, and because they are out of energy, it might be a lot easier to do. Unfortunately for KFC, I think Juseless has won this one, and therefore KFC is out of the winners round of the tournament. Juseless will likely move on. Over here, he's not going to be able to build much of an army with that, so no, unfortunately not. But he does have some submarines sneaking around up in the top. There we go, the end of the match has been reached, so Juseless will continue on in the tournament, and we'll be on to the semi-finals next, and then after that we'll have the losers round, the end of the losers rounds, to see who will be fighting in the finals. And there are 2 videos on screen right now. Feel free to click on one, and I'll see you there. Thanks for watching.